Hello students, how are you all? Today we will be discussing about fractions. As you already know, fraction is a number that represents part of a whole. A fraction has two parts. The number written above the line is called the numerator and the number written below the line is called the denominator. A shortcut for remembering: D for down. So the number which is written down is for the denominator. Now broadly speaking, fractions are of three types: a proper fraction, an improper fraction, and a mixed fraction. A proper fraction is the one in which the numerator is smaller than the denominator, or we can say the bigger number is in the denominator and the smaller number is in the numerator. The numerator is always less than the denominator. Example: 3 upon 7. Even you can give a few examples. Okay, I am writing another one: 5 upon 11, and so on. An improper fraction is different from a proper fraction. In this, the numerator is larger and the denominator is small. So the numerator is greater than the denominator. Example: 8 upon 5. Another example: 13 upon 11, and so on. So in proper fractions, the numerator has to be the bigger number and the denominator the smaller number. Now the third type of fraction is a mixed fraction. A mixed fraction is obtained when an improper fraction is written as a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. The formula for writing a mixed fraction is Q R upon D, where Q stands for the quotient, R for the remainder, and D for the divisor or the denominator. Now I've taken an example here. I have expressed 8 upon 5 as a mixed fraction. Remember, only improper fractions can be written as a mixed fraction. So when I divide 8 by 5, 5 ones are 5. On subtraction, 3 is the remainder, 1 is the quotient, and this 5 is the divisor. So I will write it as Q1, R3, and D5. So one whole number, 3 upon 5. Now coming to a quick recap of addition and subtraction of fractions. I'll just let you know the steps, and if you know these steps properly, you can solve questions. The first step is, if the denominators are not same, make the denominators same. Now I've taken an example sideways: 1 whole number 1 upon 4 plus 2 whole number 1 upon 3. When I write it as an improper fraction, this will become, we have to multiply this 4 with 1 and then we have to add the numerator to it. 4 ones are 4 plus 1, 5 upon 4 plus 3 twos are 6 plus 1, 7 upon 3. So over here you can see the denominators 4 and 3, they are different. So the first step is make the denominators same. And how do we make the denominator same? We find the LCM. The LCM of 4 and 3 is 12. So now we will convert into like fractions with the same denominator. Now 5 upon 4 should be multiplied with 3 to make the denominator 12, and 7 upon 3 should be multiplied with 4 to make the denominators 12. So this becomes 5 3s are 15 upon 12 plus 7 4s are 28 upon 12. Now after this, if it is a question of addition, we will simply add the numerators and place it upon the common denominator. If it is subtraction, we will subtract the numerators and place it on the common denominator. So this was of addition: 15 plus 28 upon 12. So after adding, I get it as 43 upon 12. Now the next step is simplify the fractions if needed. Now if you see this fraction, This cannot be reduced, but this is an improper fraction, so I have written it as a mixed number, and it will become 3 whole number 7 upon 12. Coming to the next topic, it is multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. Now in multiplication of a fraction by a whole number, we multiply the numerator by the whole number and upon the common denominator. I have taken up an example, 8 upon 9 into 18. Now if you see over here, I will write it as 8 into 18 upon 9. Now this 9 and 18 can be reduced. 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 18. So now I am left with 8 twos are 16 upon 1, or only 16 as my final answer. Multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. Now product of two fractions is written as the product of numerators upon product of denominators. Example, 1 upon 3 multiplied by a 2 whole number 3 upon 4 can be written as 1 upon 3 multiplied by 11 upon 4. So 1 into 11 upon 3 into 4. I have multiplied the numerators and I have multiplied the denominators. Now it is my choice. If this fraction can be reduced at this step, we should always reduce it first, because that makes our calculations easier. Over here nothing can be reduced, so I have just multiplied the numerators. I am getting it as 11 upon 12. Suppose I had 3 upon 4 multiplied by 8 upon 9. So instead of going in for 24 upon 36 and then reducing, over here I can reduce this with the table of 4. This I can reduce with the table of 3. And so my final answer, 1 into 2, 2, 1 into 3, 3, 2 upon 3. Coming to the next topic, that is division of fractions. Division is just simple. It's just like multiplication, but over here we have to take the reciprocal of the divisor. To divide a fraction by another fraction or a whole number, we multiply the dividend, that is the first fraction, by the reciprocal of the divisor, that is the second fraction. For example, 3 1 upon 2 divided by 3 upon 4 can be written as 7 upon 2. I have changed it into an improper fraction, divided by 3 upon 4. Now, like I told you, the dividend 7 upon 2, division changes to multiplication. So we have to take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Reciprocal means numerator becomes denominator and denominator becomes numerator. So multiplied by 4 goes in the numerator and 3 comes in the denominator. Now I can reduce it. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 7 2s are 14 upon 3. This is an improper fraction, so I have written it as a mixed number, 4 whole number 2 upon 3. So hope so you have understood all the 4 basic operations on fractions, and now you can solve any questions based on this. Keep practicing and stay safe. Thank you.